Hey everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I just want to apologise for the fact that I have been MIA for the past few days and I haven't been here responding to you guys' comments. If you follow me on Instagram, then you may have seen that I took a little bit of a break up to Edinburgh. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then maybe you should. I just really needed to get away from everything, have a little bit of a break, have a change of scenery, and now I am refreshed, I am back, and I am ready to share some money saving tips with you guys. It's been a little bit of a while since I've made a money management video, but I know that you guys enjoy these, and today I am sharing my top financial mistakes / disasters. Hopefully it will inspire you not to make these same terrible mistakes, or at the very least we can all just sit around and laugh about how terrible I used to be with money. If you like money management videos and videos about how to live an intentional, awesome life, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But for now, let's get into it. So my first big financial mistake, which is a mistake that actually most people make, was having no savings. When I was younger, I was truly terrible at managing my money. I didn't have a budget. I didn't have even a place to put my savings, and I would just be living paycheck to paycheck, spending whatever I earned in as quick of a time as I possibly could, and then scraping through to the rest of the month until my next paycheck would come in. This was a terrifying way to live my life, because every time I had a problem with my car or some other kind of unexpected expense, I just couldn't cover it. I was living in constant fear of having a flat tire because I knew that that would just take me off the road. I didn't have an emergency fund. I didn't have any money set aside. I was my current self's worst nightmare. I talked about this in my budgeting for beginners video, which I'll link down below in case you guys haven't seen it yet. But eventually I got myself together, I opened up a savings account, and I got into the habit of paying myself first. So at the beginning of every month, or whenever I got my paycheck, I would take out a set amount before I did anything else, put that in the savings account, and then I knew that in case of emergencies I had a little bit of extra money to fall back on. I'm fully aware, because I have been there, that if you have a not so wonderful salary, that it can be difficult to take out money to save. But even if it's £50 a month, £10 a month, it's better than nothing, and as long as you're not dipping into that unless it's for emergencies, then you will see it start to grow and you'll have something to fall back on. My next biggest financial mistake was spending like a crazy person while I was in university. And not just that, but spending the entirety of my student loan and then going into an overdraft. Why? When you go off to university and you have this student loan, especially if you have a maintenance loan like I did that's to cover the cost of like day-to-day living, it can seem like you suddenly won the lottery, because in my case at least, I would get that loan paid out in 3 installments across the year. So for my student self, being like 19 years old, it was this huge amount of money that was suddenly transferred into my bank account, and I just spent it all. I didn't budget, I didn't think about how I was going to make that money last until the next payment was due. I was just racking up bills left, right, and center. I spent so much, so frivolously, that I ended up having to take out a specific student account that had an overdraft. And the way it worked, if I remember correctly, was once you get approved for the account, you have an automatic £1,000 overdraft, and then each month they would increase it by another £1,000. And again, my mentality at that point was, yay, free money. An overdraft is not free money. An overdraft is debt that they will come for you to collect. At the end of the 3 years I spent in university, my overdraft was maxed out, so I left university with minus £3,000, not even taking into account the student loans that I had racked up. That overdraft was interest free for a year after graduation, and I didn't attack it aggressively enough. Like, if you're a student, one, don't spend all the money that you don't have. Two, if you do end up having to take out an overdraft, you want to go after that and pay that off as quickly as possible, which is something that I didn't do. And what happened was that interest-free period was up, and all of a sudden I'm paying interest on this debt. Ugh. Gives me nightmares. My next biggest financial mistake was not keeping up to date with my taxes. This brings back so many painful memories for me. My first grown-up job out of university was working for a big corporation, and one of the perks was having a company car. I also got other perks, like I had dental insurance, private healthcare, but what I did not pay attention to was that you get taxed on those benefits. I don't know how it works in other countries, and if I'm being completely honest, I still don't really know how it works here because it doesn't apply to my current situation. But you can apply to pay those taxes monthly, and then they will just tax you extra for the car and the other benefits. I did not do this, and when it came time to file taxes, I suddenly realized that I had to pay that whole year's worth of tax on my car, dental insurance, medical cover. The fun thing about that was, by the time those taxes had been calculated and the bill had been sent out to me, I wasn't even working in that job anymore. I was training to be a teacher at university with no money. Because at that point I still hadn't learned to put savings behind me, I had no money to pay these taxes. My student loan at that point worked out to the equivalent of about £30 a week because I was going into my 4th year of university, and it was just a mess. I remember sitting in my university cafeteria on the phone to HMRC. I was like, there's gotta be a way that I can just not pay you this money right now because I don't have it. There is no way for you to just not pay that money right now. What they end up doing is they took all the money that I had essentially up front and then split the rest into monthly payments, and then I had to pay interest on top, and it was just a complete disaster. I had no income at this time, and I was having to pay off tax that I quite comfortably could have paid off if I had just filed the paperwork and paid my tax monthly while I had an income. Why did you make so many stupid decisions? The next biggest mistake I made financially was to take out a store card. This was during the first time I went to university to do my undergraduate degree, and I took out one of those store cards, where they really reel you in. They're like, hey, if you sign up for our store card, you'll get 25% off your purchase today. And you think, well, yeah, that's a bargain. It's not a bargain. It's not a bargain because these store cards have particularly high interest rates, and they're pretty much counting on you to not pay your bills on time. They want to get you into that interest cycle where you're just paying off the minimum, and then you end up paying 5 times more than what your original purchase was worth. It's a bad time. Don't get involved. Luckily, I only ended up putting one purchase onto this store card. It took me a while to pay it off because I was paying the minimum and I just didn't have the money to pay for these things, so I shouldn't have bought them in the first place. But all of that aside, I paid that off, and then I cut up the card and I never looked back. But I would never take out another store card. I have a credit card, and I use my credit card to book hotels, flights, and to pay for big ticket items because you have that built-in insurance with your credit card company. And also, I'm trying to build up my credit score and maintain that for when I want to buy a house. Having a credit card isn't an inherently bad thing. I think that it has lots of advantages if, and only if, you use it wisely. Pay it off in full at the end of the month. Don't let the interest accumulate. Don't throw everything onto your credit card and then bury your head in the sand and pretend like it's not happening. If you don't feel like you can take control of your credit card and you feel like you're going to be too tempted to spend money that you don't have, then just don't get one. And definitely don't get a store card because the interest rates are appalling. My fifth biggest financial mistake, which is something that I'm so glad is behind me, is that I would always spend to keep up with other people. And I can really honestly say that this was only while I was at university doing my undergrad degree. The university that I went to is a very prestigious university, and it is known for being one of the like fancier universities in the UK. When I turned up to my first seminar, I was the only person in the room who hadn't been to private school. Like, those are the kinds of people who went to university where I went. Everybody was walking around with their designer handbags, jetting off to the Alps on the weekends to ski. Like, it was an environment full of very wealthy people, and I was not one of them. I think when you're young, especially, and anytime you're in a new environment where you don't know anyone and everything is alien to you, you just want to fit in. And I mean, there was no possible way, unless I won the lottery, that I really was going to fit in with the vast majority of these people in terms of like what they had and what they were spending. But I didn't want to stick out, and that's where a lot of these other bad habits came in, like taking out the store card, spending all the money, taking out the overdraft. The reality of the situation is, I bought a lot of stuff that I really didn't need and didn't particularly want. And secondly, and most importantly, I did eventually realize that the people who matter and the people who are going to be good, solid friends don't care what you spend. And my final financial mistake that I made that kind of is interwoven throughout all my other financial mistakes was burying my head in the sand. I did not want to look at my bank statements. I did not want to know how much money was in my account. I didn't want to know how overdrawn I was. I didn't want to know what the interest was on my store cards. I just didn't want to know, because knowing made me so panicked. You're never going to be able to get yourself into a stable, good, solid financial situation unless you confront the numbers. And at first, it is scary. When I was in my overdraft, that was scary. But because I wasn't looking at it, I wasn't checking when does that interest-free period run out, I got caught out. Like, I ended up paying interest on something that I could have paid off earlier if I had just paid attention to the dates on my account. Or even with the tax situation, if I'd looked at that head on, I would have known in advance how much money I should set aside each month to make sure I had that covered. When you hide your head in the sand and ignore your financial issues, they will just get worse. There is no money fairy that's going to come and wave a magic wand and make it all better while you're doing this. La 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 la. It's uncomfortable, it's difficult, but you have to look those issues square on, because that is the only way that you are going to be able to fix them. So those were some of my worst financial mistakes. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I personally feel a lot of negative things right now towards my former self. If you guys enjoy these money management videos, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and let me know some of your worst financial decisions in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you all soon.